Hi, I'm Kim Petras. I'm a songwriter and I love making music and I love pop. Yeah, let's go. So I grew up in Cologne, Germany, like outskirts of town, just really like cows and countryside, really far away from LA. I was kind of a little strange, a little bit antisocial and shy always. I didn't have many friends and I wasn't very popular and I always just ran home from school and like put on music. I was listening to Britney, I love the Spice Girls, Beyonce, I love JoJo. Even just putting on headphones and listening to music and just like being in a different world and not thinking about like that I actually have problems and that things were shitty at times. I guess that pop music kind of saved my life. I always felt like I was a girl since I can really remember. And then when I was around 5, it kind of like dawned on me that I was, gonna live a boy life and, live with that gender. And so I got really depressed and I got really suicidal and my parents got really worried about me. Then my mom kind of told me that there is a way to transition and that I don't have to go through this. So when I was around 12, I finally got hormone blockers which prevent male puberty, and I went through a normal female puberty with estrogen. Yeah, it was a struggle to get that early, but it's really important because there's some stuff that happens in puberty that can't be like revised. I'm extremely lucky for having done that so early. My parents were super supportive, which I'm so lucky for, and they still tell me that since they met me, I was a girl and that they don't remember me as anything else. It felt very natural to them, it felt very natural to me, and not like this crazy thing that a lot of media coverage makes it look like. Like you wake up and you're like, oh, I'm a girl now, and it's totally not that. And I'm just glad that my parents were like, no matter what, we're gonna help you achieve this.
Okay, here we go.
I've had a lot of people, like ever since I've been on TV as a young kid, just being like, you helped me so much, being transgender, and like I didn't have a role model, now I have you. That always feels amazing when I can help somebody achieve like their own dreams. I totally think that the experiences and challenges I've had as a kid help me now, still. Because I kind of just started having a different attitude about other people's opinions. I just stopped caring and only started caring about what my closest friends and what my family thinks of me and what I think of me. So that's kind of the way I try to roll. I would love my fans to know me for fun music. Like, oh my God, do you remember that party that like we got crazy crunk and danced to that song? It's kind of the soundtrack to your life, so I just want it to be a fun one. If I had to describe my musical style, I'd probably describe it as nostalgic pop. I think it's very like bright, fun, eccentric. That's kind of the stuff that I love. I love pop from the 80s. I love like ABC's The Look of Love and Boy George and Queen in the 80s. But also I think that hip-hop culture right now is so sick. And I think urban music feels the freshest right now, to be honest. So I feel like I also have a lot of urban influences in there because I listen to that.
I love it.
I think I was around 12, 13 or something when I just started writing like my emotions. Like just sitting by my keyboard and playing little ideas and just singing about how boys didn't like me, really. One was like, behind her smile, she was sad. And it was like so dramatic. And they sucked and they really weren't good. And I was like, okay, how do these people write actual good songs? After I dropped out of school, I just like lived my life in my mom's basement and just started writing over tracks every single night until they got good. Oh my God. Definitely my biggest inspiration is always like heartbreak. That's always my favorite thing to write about. But also parties, conversations with friends. I feel like anything I do really can inspire a lyric or a little melody or an ad-lib. So I Don't Want It At All happened the day after a kind of funny experience because I had just left a meeting that went kind of well. So my manager was like, buy whatever you want at Sephora. And he totally didn't mean it, and he didn't want me to buy whatever I wanted. He was like, buy a couple things, really. But I totally like got whatever I wanted. And the cashier like saw that he was like kind of like, oh my God, this is really like so much right now. And she was just like, close your eyes and swipe it, sweetie. And yeah, I just thought that was the best lyric ever. And the next day I just went into the studio and wrote that. Today I'm recording an acoustic version of Hills, which I'm really excited about. I haven't played it acoustically a lot. When I got like my first publishing advance, I moved to the Hills. The rent was way too expensive, but it was like, let's blow all that money. Basically like couldn't do anything but to chill at that house. And then friends came over and we just like ride through the hills all day and get fucked up kind of. And so that's what that song is about. I'm covering Human by The Killers, and I love every single song they've ever done. Brandon Flowers is just like the best songwriter ever, and I really love everything he does, and I really want to work with him one day.
Yeah, it sounds great.
The song just came out at an interesting time for me. For a while, it was my favorite song to listen to. We're just going to do a really stripped down version of it and just really focus on the melodies of it and how I would sing it and how I would have, you know, recorded it. And I've always loved like super like guitar-driven emo music, so we were just like, let's make it that. I definitely feel like people are responding to my music, and that's kind of my definition of making it. It's not really about money or anything. It's like just about people loving the music. If I achieve that, then I'm happy and I feel like I've made it. I'm just out here working really hard on making music that I love. I just want to entertain people. I just want to make people smile. So that's what I'm like waking up every morning to work on this and hopefully make some people's day.